Everyone, and welcome to my live. I'm Rhonda Kelly from Rhonda's Readings. Hello and welcome. Coming to you on the 17th of October. So I was going to do my live tomorrow morning, but as you can probably tell, I'm sort of losing my voice. I lost my voice for the MBS, actually, just doing readings. It's probably Spirit's way of saying not, to stop talking, but I feel like it's actually happening again. So I thought I'd just do a quick live. So I have a couple of people watching, or a few people. So hello, it's coming up as Facebook user. So just in the description of the video, you can actually give StreamYard permission to show your name. So I can't actually see who it is. So as you can tell, I'm sort of losing my voice. That's how I am. So thank you so much to the Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival. I was there with the amazing Torspell and Tinkerbell and my stand at A49 in the main stage. So we actually had a great event. It was an interesting event. We were right near the main stage and it was quite noisy. And the the MBS has sort of changed their main stage format in that there's cheerleaders and acrobats, and it was not really spiritual as such. So that was very different. Hi, Teresa, how are you? So yeah, the MBS was a very different energy. Also different. It was an unusual energy, just overall with people and that. So yeah, an interesting experience. I mean, it was obviously profitable and all the rest of it, and it's Mind Body Spirit Festival is an event that I've been attending for a very long time, and I go to all of them. So the 2 in Melbourne and 2 in Sydney and 1 in Brisbane a year, so the 5 a year. So yeah, that's what I do. So thank you so much to everyone who came and had a reading with myself, or the readers on my stand. It's always good to reconnect with people. We get a lot of return customers, but we also get some new customers as well. So that's always lovely, and particularly people who've have a reading for the first time, people who've never had a spiritual reading, and it's always lovely to be able to educate people on what to expect in having a reading, and hopefully they take that away and they know they've got high standards for what they want from a spiritual reader. So yeah, that's what I do. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Teresa. Sorry, just saying. Oh, it's Teresa. How are you? That's great. So you're good. That's okay. I don't actually do that many lives yet. Or at the moment, I am sort of doing about one every 3 or 4 weeks. And just because I've been incredibly busy. For those of you who don't know, before the Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival, I went to Singapore. And that was beautiful. I had a couple of connections there, so that was amazing. And Singapore's had a really interesting military history. It's a country where most of it's reclaimed land. It's a very different energy. We went to the West Coast, the East Coast, the beach, obviously the main centre. Spent time around Chinatown, Little India. So really, really fascinating. It was kind of a good. I only went for 2 weeks, but it was a good way of seeing a bit more of other areas I haven't been to, because previously we've just sort of seen a few different things, but this was good to see quite a lot of the country. So that was beautiful. Kia ora. So I'm not sure who that is. It's saying Facebook user. All right. So I have some news, obviously. I'll put up my banner, my little... So if you have a look on my website going across rhondasreadings.com, you'll be able to see my tour dates of where I am. I will be doing some readings here today, depending on how my voice goes. But if you'd like your chance of having a reading, you do need to subscribe to my YouTube channel, or like and follow my Facebook, and then let me know that you've done that before you ask the question. So for the Melbourne Mind Body Spirit Festival, that's where I am. No, that's wrong. I'll delete that. That's my June one. Okay, that didn't copy. All right, that's okay. So what I have coming up is an evening with Spirit. So that's next Saturday night here in Sydney on the Northern Beaches. So that's actually It's a really cool event. It's three mediums, so myself, Florence King, and Ben Graham. So we're doing a 3 hour show for $60. So most platforms that sort of go for 2 hours are about $60. So we've got 3 hours and three of us. So it's absolutely going to be a jam-packed evening. And Florence in particular gets through a lot of readings. So obviously sitting in the audience is not a guaranteed chance of having a reading, but there's a high probability you'll have a reading with Ben, Florence, and myself. So Ben's going to be doing platform first, and then I'll be doing the platform in the middle, and then Florence will be doing the platform in the evening. So that's from 7 to 10 p.m. On the Sydney's northern beaches is at Harbour Diggers, which is in Freshwater. It's a beautiful location. There's a lot in the oh my god, what, I've lost the word. In basically at the venue, there's a lot of restaurants and a lot of things to do. So it's a beautiful venue just by the beach in Freshwater. Plenty of parking, disabled access, all the rest of it. There's no allocated seating, so even if you're still wanting to buy a ticket, it's basically first come, first serve is where that people will sit in. I have that listed on TryBooking. So I'll show you that link. That's the link on TryBooking, trybooking.com/CKYPL. If you just look at an evening with spirit, you can also look on the Facebook page, a Facebook event page. And I've also put the event on Eventbrite as well. So it's listed in a few different places, and there's also some other Facebook groups who are sharing it for us, which is amazing. Any inquiries about the show, feel free to call me. Otherwise, just have a look on that website. Basically, we're raising money for charity. So $5 from each ticket is going to a charity called Beautiful Minds, which is based in Bankstown. And they also, basically, I like the charity because they're doers. So they'll raise money and then they'll build something or implement something. So they actually raise money for a specific purpose and do that. And it's basically for mental health recovery. So, helping people resume their lives and be the best versions of themselves. So that's what Beautiful Minds does. So if you're coming to our platform evening this Saturday, you'll be supporting a great cause. A portion of each ticket will be going to charity. And we also have lucky door prizes. So I'll be donating a reading myself. And also if you're familiar with my Ocean Wing psychic fairs and events, I have a great rapport with an Australian-based company called Shampoo with a Purpose. And look at the website, shampoowithapurpose.com. They have the most beautiful products, soaps, shampoos, conditioner. They've got cleaning products. They've got pet products. They've got a whole range of products. But basically, they're an Australian company and they're looking at reducing plastic. So they're good for the environment. So they've kindly donated 2 gift boxes. So for the lucky door prizes on Saturday night, you'll have you may win a reading with me or one of 2 gift boxes. So that's pretty amazing. So I'm really lucky to have that going on. I've basically got an amazing lineup with Florence and Ben. I don't know if you know this, but with Ben Graham, we actually did our very first platform together. I think it was about 10 years ago. That was actually at Appin in Sydney's. It's probably southwest. It's sort of going Camden, sort of further out, like heading towards Melbourne. So we did our very first platform together. And Ben's done a lot more platforms than me. He's really well known on the spiritualist churches circuit. So he does a lot of platforms, and his mediumship is amazing. I don't know if you watched the Psychic TV live where Ben and I were on, I think it was about a month ago. He guessed, or he didn't guess, but he through mediumship, he, got a specific perfume name. So, the detail he picks up is amazing, and he's done readings for myself. And the same with Florence, the details that she's picked up in her mediumship have been phenomenal. So I'm super excited to be working with both of them. And we're all going to be different. So even if the three of us do a reading on one person, chances are we'll get different amounts of evidence in that reading. So yeah, absolutely. Teresa, you'll have to fly fly down to Sydney to see us. Oh, hello, Linda. How you going? I heard you're having a wizarding good time, Linda. I'm not going to start laughing because then I'll start coughing. So if you missed my intro, my live stream was scheduled tomorrow morning, but I am losing my voice again after the Sydney My Body Spirit Festival. So I've decided, excuse me, decided to do my live today while I've still got my voice. All right, so it looks like I've got some other people watching, but I can't see who it is. Oh, so that was Linda saying kia ora. So I gathered you're still in New Zealand as well. Hi, Nicole. Thank you. All right, and if you could let me know that you're watching on YouTube, Nicole. If you can let me know when you've subscribed to my YouTube channel, and then ask your question, I'll be able to do that reading for you. All right, yeah. So the Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival was pretty interesting. It was interesting energy with certain people, but that's usually happens, and it's that's all I'll say about that. And yeah, so the platform An Evening with Spirit is Saturday night. So tickets are still available. We're not at capacity yet. We are planning to sell tickets at the door. But that's if you're planning just to rock up Saturday night, you could probably just call me as well so that I know we're expecting you, because it's literally going to be the first in, first served. So yeah, that's an option, and you can pay by credit card or bank transfer or cash on the night. That's okay. Otherwise, just to make sure we've got a seat for you, then you look on that link, the trybooking.com link to book your ticket. So that's what I've got coming up next week. Then in November, I think it's 10th to the 12th, I should know. It's if you look on my website that's going across rhondasreadings.com tour dates, I have the Melbourne Mind Body Spirit Festival. And for that, I'm going to be at B07, I believe it is. So Rhonda's Readings, Rhonda Kelly. I'll be there doing readings, and I'll be joined by Torspell. So Torspell, you'd have seen beautiful Torspell at the Sydney MBS. So Torspell, as you know, does readings in Auslan. So if you know anyone that's hearing impaired, they can come and have a reading and be able to communicate, and no judgment. It's just communicating with your hands rather than your voice. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Nicole. So you already subscribed. Okay, let me have a look at your question. Hi, Rhonda. 8, would love some guidance or a message if drawn. Thank you. Okay, tuning into your energy, Nicole, I feel like I want to say you're taking my breath away, and that's not because I'm sick. It's you do just need to have, make sure you're grounded and centered, and don't be running on adrenaline all the time. So it's like, that's what I'm picking. Just sort of let things flow a bit more. And you're a very creative person as well, Nicole. So it's kind of like your creativity is a bit stifled at the moment, or you're only just looking at one thing. But I want to say, when you calm yourself and take a step back from the emotion, then you'll get more clarity, and you won't just be so fixated on one thing, is what I'm getting. I'm getting a lady in spirit, and I feel like she had part of her leg amputated, and she's not telling me how. It's a bloodline, but she's not telling me how she's related to you. It's almost, her energy though is more like an annoying neighbor, but I do feel like it's a blood connection. So I'm not sure who that is to you, Nicole. But I feel like she's come in as a confirmation of just needing balance, actually, is what I'm getting. So thank you for that, Nicole. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Teresa, I'm so excited to be working with. Oh, they're your kids. That's really cute. Yeah, so I'm very excited to be working with Florence and Ben. I mean, I've worked with Ben before, but I had not for a very long time. And Ben and I used to have lessons with Florence, and out of other people in the lessons, like he hasn't stopped, I haven't stopped. We've each gone and done lots of different things, which is amazing. So and the more you being psychic or spiritual or having mediumship, it's like any other skill. The more you practice and the more readings you do, the more refined you get, the more information flows. And my mediumship changes. I want to say I'm not going to say often, but sporadically I'll get like a past life thing with mediumship, or um, I'll get messages differently. So, and part of that's just trusting. But yeah, so I'm really excited to be working with both of those. Oh, beautiful! Thank you, Nicole. I mean, not beautiful that you're feeling like that. I don't. It's not great, but it's really just centering and balancing. I don't know, Nicole. I don't know what's going on, and I'm not trying to sound um, like a smartass or trying to sound ridiculous, but I don't know what's going on with your bowels. Like, I feel that's an indication of how you're keeping stress in your body when things are not functioning or functioning too much or not functioning. Then that's really a reminder to look after your energy and ground yourself and just let things flow so you can see things and you can create more than just one fine thing. Thanks, Nicole. Stephanie, same for you. You've got to let me know that you're watching from Facebook, Stephanie San Augustine. Let me know that you've liked and shared and you'd like a message. Um, is anyone watching? I realise I've not got many people watching because I've advertised when I'll be going live, and now I'm doing it at a different time. But was anyone actually at the Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival? Therese, I know you're in Brisbane. Yeah, absolutely. It's just, but that's an energetic thing for you, Nicole. It's really, um, yeah, it's really, it's like when people get a headache or a stomach ache. It's for you and your bowels. It's like things aren't digesting because you're not grounded. You're energetically wobbly on your feet. Yeah. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, alcohol doesn't help. That's Oh my God. I think if I had alcohol right now, I'd just sleep. I just my body couldn't cope. I was going to say something. So for anyone who um, likes my subscribes to my YouTube channel or likes my Facebook group or page, so I've got Rhonda's Readings by Rhonda Kelly as my Facebook page, then have Rhonda's Readings as my Facebook group. Please be aware of similar named accounts. I'm Rhonda's Readings. You'll always see my photo on that. You'll always see my blue banner in the background with the rainbow angel wings. That's me. If you see any profiles that don't have any photos identifying anyone, that's not me. Or if you see anything added to Rhonda's Readings other than my name, Rhonda Kelly, then that's not me. Please just be careful of that if you're looking to have a reading with me or anything like that. The best way is just looking at my website, rhondasreadings.com. Please make sure it's the .com, and just phone me or text me or something and say, hey, I sent you a message, is that you, kind of thing. That's the best way of doing that. Thank you, Paulus. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you, Paulus. And lots of love to you as well. So I'm on social media, obviously. My YouTube channel's Rhonda's Readings. I'm on LinkedIn, Rhonda's Readings. I'm on Instagram at Psychic Rhonda Kelly. I'm on TikTok at Rhonda Psychic. I've got lots of social media things going on. I'm not doing much in the way of YouTube content at the moment. I just haven't had time. So I'm planning to do that early next year, just to release some videos I've been working on. All right, let me have a look at Stephanie. Thank you. You've said that you've liked and shared. Beautiful. All right. I would love a message from my highest, please. Okay, Stephanie, my eyes just flickered with that. There's something you're not seeing properly. I just feel a need for you to sort of fine tune something and pay attention. And that feels around business work where money would be generated. Not that I'm feeling anything bad about money. I just want you to fine tune where you put your attention or what. No, it's not what. It's not to make sure the effort you put in is received back. It's just fine tuning where you're putting that energy. And I want you just to do that, and it's going to bring you more money. And I'm also seeing you having a conversation. I don't know whether you've got a performance appraisal or something, but there's a need for you to speak your truth, state your worth to get more money. So it's interesting. It's about like energy, focus, and getting a monetary return for you, Stephanie. So that's a bit interesting. Thank you for that. And please let me know where you're watching from as well. That's always interesting for me to know that. Yes, absolutely. That's exactly right. Yeah, I need to save my voice for Saturday, 100%, Teresa. Okay, yeah, so that's basically me. I've got my platform Saturday night with Florence King and Ben Graham. Tickets are still available on the Try Booking site. So, as you know, raising money for Beautiful Minds mental health support and recovery in Bankstown. And I'll have 3 lucky door prizes, 2 gift packs, and kindly donated by Shampoo with a Purpose, and 1 reading from me. So they're the two things. So I haven't got my cards with me. For those of you who don't know, I offer a discount if you're interested in buying the Curious Humans game. So that's the website for that if you're interested. You just need to put my name, Rhonda Kelly, as the code word. It's actually great. It's for all ages. There's like an adult version of it, but there's also for kids. And you basically, it's a series of cards. There's a main deck, and then there's additional decks you can get. But basically, you have a card, and someone that you're playing with has to guess true or false. And it is really interesting because it's kind of similar to trusting your intuition and doing psychic development, in that you don't know, you might have known someone for 10 years, but you don't know everything about them. And that's what I find with people and I had that conversation with someone at the Mind Body Spirit Festival. She did one of my psychic development workshops, and she was saying, when I said that, she didn't quite believe me, but when she actually did her homework and she was doing her psychic readings, she'd picked up on a couple of things about a friend that she'd known for a really long time, and she didn't think that she wouldn't have known everything about her. I know it sounds silly, but you don't know everything about a person. So that's interesting. So that's why I do this with this game. I have that 10% off for people because it's quite an interesting game, and trusting your instincts. I know it's 50-50, guessing yes or no, but it's a similar sort of space of, when you relax and clear your mind and you tune in and you work out, or it's the first one that comes to me of whether it's yes or no. Yeah, so that's about it. I'm just looking at the rest of the comments. Oh, watching from California, beautiful. Thank you, Stephanie. Hola. So I'm not sure who that is. You do need to look on a link to give StreamYard permission to show your name. All right, Teresa, so I'd like to share an already. Yes, of course you have. Any messages from Spirit for me, please? I want to say, Teresa, you've got a bit of breathing space. It's like I'm seeing you with a calendar and looking at appointments and people's schedules and that, and it's like things are. It's almost like they've just become routine or about to become routine, but you've got a bit more breathing space, and that's really good. And I want to say, if you get an opportunity, sleep if you want to. Like, just look after yourself is what I'm getting. I'm seeing beautiful mandarins and citrus fruits. I know that someone's just gifted you a box of fruit. But I feel like there's almost embarrassment in taking them. But I want to say, don't be embarrassed. Just if someone's giving them to you, they don't necessarily want anything in return. I just feel like there's, um, yeah, I just feel like there's a need for you to accept abundance and accept peace and quiet when it's available to you, is what I'm getting. So I hope that makes sense, Teresa. But it's not. It's kind of like there's time to be still and not having to plan because things are flowing well, and then just accept the abundance that's coming to you. So sometimes I get metaphors, but I feel like so maybe the box of beautiful oranges and mandarins and citrus is a metaphor for something. But please accept it with open arms. Is what I'm getting. Thank you. Oh, hi, Mary. How are you? Is this my friend Mary from? Um, I was going to say that I enjoyed the really yummy spring rolls that your mum made. Hello, Graceful Indeed. How are you? Yeah, thank you. Good to see you too. Yes, beautiful. That's you. Alrighty. Well, I hope you're enjoying your mum's spring rolls because I'm in Sydney at the moment, so I'm a little bit far away, and I hope the family are well. All right. Yeah. So basically, that's it. It's my platform mediumship next weekend with Florence King and Ben Graham, and that's the link to buy tickets. If you want to buy tickets at the door, that's fine. Just bear in mind it depends on numbers. So first in, first served. Any inquiries? They're taking bookings now. And same for the Melbourne Mind Body Spirit Festival. That's next month, 10th to the 12th of November. So be in Melbourne then. Then back to Sydney early December. So available for readings then. And then back to Melbourne. And then I'm headed up north as well. All right, let me have a look. All right, thank you. Hi, Graceful Indeed. It was good, thank you. My husband and I went to Singapore, and it was kind of one of those holidays where you need a holiday from the holiday because we did lots and we saw much more of the country than we've done before because we've always gone Singapore and then somewhere else or something, but to stay in one place was beautiful. Oh, thanks, Teresa. Yes, it does. A friend gifted me last week. Beautiful, a box full of fruit and veggies. Just done my attainment for Reiki and been doing some Reiki myself. Oh, beautiful. I'm so happy to hear that because you work really hard, Teresa. So you really deserve just that calmness and allowing it to flow. But I'm super happy with that. Oh, thank you so much. Teresa, I'm back. That's a good question. Definitely for this Brisbane Mind Body Spirit Festival. And then I'm doing a psychic cruise on the Gold Coast the week after that. And then I'll be on sort of a bit north of Brisbane. But in January, I'll be in Byron Bay. So I'm kind of, in January, I'm going to be close. Like we'll probably go up to, Brisbane for a night or something, but haven't confirmed that. So yeah, around January, February. I'm not definitely end of February, but possibly before that. Oh, thanks, Graceful Indeed. Excuse me. Don't have any cards at the moment. My tools are just myself. Okay. First thing I'm getting for you, Graceful Indeed, is patience. There's a need. There's a need for you to step back and be patient, and almost like I don't feel like this is around work. I feel like this is around a family situation or a family situation you don't know what to do about or how to think about it. What I'm feeling is almost take a step back and see what they say. So you know that the first element in any sort of like legal mediation, you wait for the other, like you almost like put the pressure on the other person to do something first. That's what it feels like with you. Just be a bit shrewd and a bit a bit just be quiet in yourself and see what happens, and then that's going to give you the confidence to do what you need to next, is what I'm getting. Thank you, Graceful Indeed. I think that's all my questions. It's interesting. No, that's right, I don't need to say that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. So I've got Mary, Teresa, Linda, Nicole, Stephanie, Paulus, and Graceful Indeed watching. And Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. I'm well, thanks. How are you? Jennifer, if you would like your chance of having a reading, you've got to share my video, and you've got to like my page. So I've either got Rhonda's Readings by Rhonda Kelly page or my Facebook group, Rhonda's Readings. So if you let me know that you've done that, you feel free to ask a question. And I'll probably make that my last question. All right. Oh, okay, beautiful. So it was you that got me on Reiki when I had a reading with you last year, and you said you were picking up the able to heal. Yeah, definitely. And isn't that beautiful that you can heal yourself, Teresa? That's the most important healing. And healing can be excuse me, healing can be a lot of people, and I actually saw that I saw that this weekend. A lot of people can be really over the top about healing and what it means, and need feathers in their hair and all the rest of it. It's not. It's just, healing can be just you being still in your thoughts and having your thoughts and feelings manifesting physically, like just releasing crap, or being positive about healing something. So that can be that can be as profound as someone just, it doesn't need to be anyone that's grandiose, or how much you pay them. It's you can heal yourself. So if you learn Reiki, please do any workshops or reading or something with something that resonates with you. Just because your friends recommend something, it might not resonate with you personally. So just be very selective about because these courses can be very expensive. The Reiki, the healings can be really expensive. So please make sure you feel comfortable handing over that money, or you doing that. So just try to be have common sense before you engage any spiritual reader or healer. That's what I'm getting. So yeah, that's interesting. So I'm super happy that you've done that, because that's I don't know, it's almost like this with you, Teresa, there's more of a personal transformation before you start doing readings and healing. I don't feel I don't feel a need for you to rush in reading other people, and that's nothing negative on your abilities or anything like that. I'm just feeling like there's a need for you to almost like come to terms with yourself, or work out what that means, like make that your own yourself, is what I'm getting, Teresa. So thank you for that. All right, Jennifer, great. So you're following me and you like my post. Thank you. Can you if you're happy to let me know your question, if you'd like to ask me a question, because I'll be here for a few minutes. Yeah, beautiful. But isn't that beautiful how Spirit does that to protect you? And things like that happen to me all the time, where I got to do something and then I don't, and I think, oh bugger, I've missed out, and then something cheaper and better comes along, or so it's not always the most expensive or the person with the most followers that's the best or more aligned to you, is what I'm getting. All right, so my last question for the live, Jennifer's asked, is there a reason why I'm so anxious? Is bad stuff? No, it's not. So that's what an interesting question after what we just talked about, Teresa. So it's really you've got to get out of that mindset. If you think, oh my God, bad stuff's going to happen, then it will happen. So, for example, platform, like I'm doing the platform Saturday. If I get on stage and think to myself, wow, I never get names, sure as hell I won't get a name. But if I don't even say that, I'll get names, or I'll, like, it's just whatever you put out there is what you get back. So bad stuff's not about to happen. With your anxiety, I do actually want you to have a medical checkup. And there's a woman around you. I know whether she's an older sister or who she is, but I feel it's a message for her as well to get a medical checkup. And I'm tasting a metallic taste. I feel like you're a bit anemic or something's going on with your iron levels. So I'm feeling like you're feeling anxious. It's an energetic thing, but it's also a bit of a medical thing of, and I have low iron levels myself. And if I don't take iron tablets, I know that I get, it's almost like I can't function. So, I don't feel like you've got the same thing going on, but I want you to be just, much in a routine of your physicality and you're looking after yourself, but then sort of look after your energy of what you put out there. So really, the next time I see you, Jennifer, I don't know what I'll be doing my next live, but I don't want you to be asking, is bad stuff about to happen? Because if you think bad stuff is about to happen, then it will. So simply just drop that attitude, just stop saying it. Just say, okay, so I'm busy at the moment, but I know good things are around the corner. And then when you breathe through that and calm down, then you'll say, okay, so in, 2 weeks' time, I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to do that. I feel good about this. And you concentrate on the feeling when you've actually done that or got that in your hand. So that's what I'm getting. Thanks for that, Jennifer. Hi, Deborah. How you going? Yeah, absolutely, Teresa. It's disgraceful. And also, just so that you know, the ACCC, the Australian Competition and Consumer Watchdog, they have something called Scam Watch, and for scams of psychics and spiritual practitioners in Australia, last year was it last year or last month? I've got a mental blank, but the amount lost to scams was something like 390,000. Don't quote me because I haven't read it for a while, but I mean, that's absolutely shocking. So that's people who, so for example, the trolls that come on Facebook and try to solicit you to provide bank account details or that sort of thing. Like this is actually money that people have paid to do that. And it might have been, $10 here and there, but it could have been $10,000, or it could be someone that says, okay, you've got a spell and I'm a spell caster, I'm a this, and you need to pay me 10,000 to clear it, or $10,000 to clear an entity out of your house, the entity that I've made up. So please be very mindful. Please have common sense. Don't give money away easily, because you've worked hard for that money, and that money's for your children and all the rest of it. So on one level, there's for people like me who are spiritual readers and it's our business, then obviously, like doctors, lawyers, you expect to be paid for your skill set. So I don't, aside from doing the occasional live stream, I don't do readings for free. And if I have anyone, I had one person at Sydney came up and told me how cheap the readings were in the reading room and said to me, why are you so expensive? I said, well, these are my prices. I'm not going to change them so you can go elsewhere. And she was a bit put out that I had that attitude, but I'm not going to negotiate my fees, and I'm not going to compete for your business. You are either interested or you're not. So that's really interesting in having that attitude. So you've certainly got to be paid, and you have your fees to cover your expenses and buy oracle cards and whatever you want to do. So that's the one thing for fees. But for charlatans and people that want to charge a ridiculous amount for courses or that sort of thing, please be mindful, because if someone wants to do a course, make sure they're accredited. What bodies are they accredited with? Because there's actually none in Australia for spiritual readers. Are they with an organisation where the more they pay, the more they're advertised or the more they're accredited? So if that's the case, then that doesn't mean much either. So you've got to really be mindful of where you're putting the money. So certainly know your. For me personally, I've been doing this a long time, so I know my worth, and I don't negotiate that. But I'm saying for people who just want to jump on and try to steal someone's name and solicit business, and I do have someone who's tried to do that, who does that every so often. So that's why I say to people, make sure Rhonda's readings is just Rhonda's readings. You see the photo of me, and it's just me. Because it's not fair. But yeah, okay. So someone wanted 1,500. Yeah, so I certainly wouldn't be paying that. I don't know what it's like in the States. I'm sorry, I'm not current on it. But in Australia, we have a government body called Australian Competition and Consumer Watchdog, and we have a thing called Scam Watch. So I would Google Scam Watch in the USA or something like that, and I would actually report them because that's not right. I don't. Yeah, but yes, I certainly know your worth. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's just not right in someone expecting so much for a healing, and then if so, for example, this one, I would have said to them, okay, so what are you going to do for that, and how are you going to heal me? Is it hands-on healing? What modality? How are you accredited? I possibly ask them that, and chances are they'd block you because they just think they'll get the free money. But at least then you've got more money, more information to be able to report them. Oh, thank you. That's sweet. There are some good psychics in the reading room. There's some pretty interesting ones as well. But yeah, it's and whether you're in the reading room or not, that's your own business. But yeah, hopefully. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, so that was someone trying to pretend to be Harry T. Yeah, so I mean, it's not. People say imitation's the highest form of flattery, but I don't believe it is. I just want people to be knowledgeable and report any scams or anything like that. Because even if you look at it and think, okay, so I only want $10, I'll just ignore it. They could get that $10 from 10 other people. So my preference is that you would do the right thing and report it, basically. I was just going to say, hi, Tinker. Hello, how are you? Did you have any questions at all, Tinker? Okay. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for watching from Dallas. Yeah, absolutely. And it is really disappointing when people just they think that they're entitled. And that's a big thing, just the ego of people thinking they're entitled to do that. No, I don't think Tinka has a question. Yeah, okay, so that's basically me. So next weekend in Sydney and at the Sydney Northern Beaches, beautiful venue, lots of food places to eat if you want to have dinner beforehand, $60 for the ticket. We're donating $5 from each ticket to mental health charity Beautiful Minds, and we've also got 3 lucky door prizes. So if you're in Sydney, come. If you're not, tell your friends in Sydney. Oh, thank you, Tinka. How are you? But yeah, that's basically me. I thought I'd do my live before I completely lose my voice because it's a bit ridiculous from the Sydney MBS last weekend. I seem to have lost my voice a bit. But that's basically me, and I'll see you when I see you next. Bye.